Hi, this is Christy from birdmentor.com, where I teach advanced skills to beginning birders. And thanks for joining me this morning. So I don't often just talk about individual bird species just for the sake of talking about them. As you probably know by now from watching these videos, I'm here to teach you how to learn about birds, not just cool bird facts. But I witnessed something in one of our Corvid species the other morning that really got me thinking, and I wanted to share it with you. And hopefully in the telling of the story, there'll be something worth learning. So I was inside the other morning when I heard these fairly loud, raucous calls coming from near the bird feeder. And I don't know if you can hear them right now, but they just came back. Okay, maybe they'll hang around while I tell this story. So they were over by the bird feeder, and not that one, but that's a great call anyway. They were over by the bird feeder, and I noticed that they were a fairly large, bluish, dusty bluish bird that had this needle-sharp bill. You know, like, have you ever seen those needles that they use for stitching leather? They're like razors on each side. Yeah, that's what this was like. It was like a miniature dagger. Any guesses right now as to which western corvid is dusty blue with a needle-sharp bill that likes to travel in flocks? So let's start here. Which of the western corvids are blue? We have the scrub jay, we have the Steller's jay, which is a lot like the eastern bluebird, we have the Pinyon Jay, and there's a couple of others, but they tend to be way further south, like down in Arizona and Mexico. But it's only the Pinyon Jay that likes to hang out in large groups. And so there was, like I said, like 30 or 40 of them hanging kind of precariously on the branches of these two small juniper trees. And the rest of them were at the feeders. But that was until the scrub jay came onto the scene. Although the pinyon jays are common here, they tend to be fairly nomadic and can travel great distances in just one day. In fact, I hardly ever get to see them up close because they're often traveling so far away. You can really actually hear them before you can see them. Now, it's the scrub jay that tends to be a lot more localized and gets more defensive of its territory. So what impressed me, but didn't really surprise me, was that within just a matter of seconds, this scrub jay took the feeder back over from this flock of pinyon jays. Now, as the scrub jay started ferociously devouring the seeds as if it was going to be its last meal, the pinyon jays just kind of stepped aside and just sort of watched it unconcerned, just like, all right, hey dude, whatever, we'll just wait here. This got me wondering about group dynamics, and I was curious if the species who tend to work communally have less anxiety around getting enough and in fact invite their relatives in when they find a good source of food, whereas those that go it alone, that they actually tend toward the scarcity mentality and end up getting a bit more aggressive and protective over what's theirs. So I admit, this is a pretty broad generalization. There are plenty of other highly intelligent creatures out there, like wolves, for instance, who are communal in taking down their kill, but when it comes time to actually eating, they maybe aren't so generous with their relatives. But I'm just curious, do we have anything to learn from the pinyon jay's approach? Let me know what you think in the comments below. And thanks so much for joining me this week. It was a pleasure to have you here. And until next time, please get out there and help spread some bird love in the world. Please get out there and help spread some bird love in the world. That's the scrub jay.